The Denver Broncos are holding an open competition for the starting right tackle position. Hello everyone, welcome to another episode of Sparkin over Broncos, the show where we spark conversation about our Denver Broncos. I am your host, Gage Madrid. Before we jump in, be sure to leave a like on this video, as well as subscribe and ring the notification bell. It would help us out more than you can imagine. We just hit 500 subscribers yesterday, so thank you so much from the bottom of my heart to each and every single one of you who have subscribed. It really means so much to me. And now we are on the road to 600. It is widely known about the Denver Broncos quarterback carousel that finally came to an end after 6 miserable seasons with the arrival of Russell Wilson. Another carousel that the Broncos have been stuck on is one that we have been riding even longer than the quarterback carousel, and one that has way more horses. I'm of course talking about the right tackle position. In the 2014 offseason, Orlando Franklin, who had been our starting right tackle since 2011, was moved inside to the left guard position. Ever since that move was made, the Broncos have struggled mightily to fill the right tackle position long term. Since 2014, the Denver Broncos have seen a whopping 19 different players start at least one game at right tackle. The Broncos have made previous attempts to fill the position via free agency, signing Donald Stevenson in 2016 and Menelik Watson in 2017. After neither of those signings panned out, then GM John Elway went out and made arguably one of the worst free agent signings in NFL history, signing former Dolphins right tackle Jawan James to a 4-year $52 million deal, at the time making him the highest paid right tackle in NFL history. James played just 63 snaps during his entire tenure with the team after a 2019 season plagued by a knee injury and a 2020 season that saw him opt out due to COVID concerns. James was looking to bounce back in the 2021 season, but unfortunately he suffered a torn Achilles tendon while training in the offseason, and he was subsequently waived by the Broncos with an injury designation. Last season, veteran Bobby Massey started 13 games for the Broncos at right tackle, with Cam Fleming filling in for 4 games when Massey was injured. Although I thought Massey played pretty well when he was healthy last season, the new Broncos coaching staff opted to go in a different direction at the right tackle position. This offseason, the Broncos signed Billy Turner to a 1-year contract in free agency. This will be Turner's second stint in Denver after he started 11 games for the Broncos in 2017 and 2018 at both the left guard and right tackle positions. Turner spent the past 3 seasons with the Green Bay Packers, where he began as their starting right guard and then moved outside to the starting right tackle position following the departure of Brian Bulaga. In Green Bay, Turner worked with several members of the Broncos coaching staff, including head coach Nathaniel Hackett, offensive coordinator Justin Outten, and offensive line coach Butch Barry. Turner said that getting to work with Nathaniel Hackett again directly influenced his decision to return to the Mile High City. He said that he wants to win Hackett a championship. In addition to Billy Turner, the Broncos signed veteran Tom Compton to a 1-year deal as well. Compton spent the 2021 season with the San Francisco 49ers, where he started 10 games for them at right tackle last season. Turner and Compton will be competing for the starting right tackle position with Calvin Anderson, who has spent the last 3 seasons in Denver and has shown some flashes when he has gotten playing time. I think that we have really good options at that position, offensive coordinator Justin Outten told reporters on May 14th. I think it's a very competitive position. It's a veteran position. There are 3 guys with Billy, Tom, and Calvin. Those guys can battle it out, and I'm really excited about that position just to see how it plays out. Although Anderson was beat out by Bobby Massey in an open competition for the starting right tackle position last season, he did play pretty well when he got some playing time when Garrett Bowles went down with an injury last season. Unfortunately, Anderson's season ended early as he suffered an ankle injury in week 12 and he was placed on injured reserve. Between these three players, Billy Turner is the player who is projected to have the leg up in the competition. He has the most career starts out of all of these players with 68 career starts total, and his play has been absolutely rock solid ever since his arrival in Green Bay. The Broncos will essentially be running the exact same scheme that Billy Turner thrived in, so this is an absolutely perfect fit for him. As much as I like Tom Compton as a run blocker, there is much to be desired with him in pass protection. I actually think that it makes a lot more sense to play Tom Compton at guard, but the Broncos already have a plethora of interior offensive linemen. So unless Tom Compton can show something that he hasn't already shown as a pass protector, he will likely have a disadvantage in this competition. As far as Calvin Anderson is concerned, he was our primary swing tackle last season, and based on what he has put on tape so far, I actually think that he is better suited to play left tackle rather than right tackle in the NFL. Contrary to the belief of some, the left and right tackle positions aren't usually interchangeable at the NFL level. They are completely different positions with completely different assignments and responsibilities. There are some players out there who can play both positions, but not all players are cut out to do so. If the regular season were to start today, I believe that it would be Billy Turner who would be taking the opening snaps for the Broncos at the right tackle position. But who knows? Once we actually get onto the field in training camp, maybe someone else will establish themselves in this competition at the right tackle position. It's going to be a very interesting thing to monitor as we enter training camp and the preseason. I'm curious, Broncos country, between Billy Turner, Tom Compton, and Calvin Anderson, who would you be most comfortable with the Broncos starting at right tackle this upcoming season? Drop those comments down below, I would love to hear from you. Be sure to leave a like on this video, as well as subscribe and ring the notification bell so you don't miss another upload. Also, be sure to give me a follow on Twitter at Gage Madrid NFL for even more Broncos coverage. And for now, this has been another episode of Sparkin Over Broncos, the show where we spark conversation about our Denver Broncos. I am your host, Gage Madrid, saying peace out.